All right, chat, you know what time it is. Drop your ratings out of 10 on Travis Scott's Utopia project. I wrote down some notes per usual when there's a big project going on, okay? So we're going to cover a lot here. And by the way, there is a lot to unpack because every single, I'm looking at the ratings, we got a lot, damn, it's really mixed, like 4 to 9. Like, a lot of people are hating it. A lot of people are saying that it wasn't worth the wait. I feel like that happens every single time there's a long wait for an album just because people have such high expectations. I've actually grown to just not have expectations at all because I feel like it ruins it. No matter what it is, not even just music. When you have low expectations, like you can't get turned down. Like you won't feel bad if something doesn't happen, you know? Don't jinx yourself, essentially. But anyway, as I was saying, there's a lot to unpack because as much as this album is 19 tracks, it is like 3 to 4 tracks every single song because there's so many beat switches. The production is crazy. There's a bunch of features on there in a good way, though. I think everyone killed it, although I thought Young Thug had the best feature on there, or potentially like SZA. SZA is amazing. I love her. There were a couple of tracks where I'm like, I'm not really feeling it, although I appreciate it, but I don't think that there are any misses on this project. In fact, I would go as far to say as, I don't even know if I said that correctly, but this is the album of the year. No dick suck. I don't care what y'all say. Like, I know a lot of kids these days are so used to like a 1 minute, 30-second song or 2 minutes tops. People are saying these are too long of songs, but the thing is, when you're putting 2 to 3 tracks and beat switches and everything, and with all of the time and effort that goes into Travis Scott's songs, because it seemed like he was much more involved in the production of this album as opposed to the last Astroworld, which was more of like a, to me at least, like an executive produced album, kind of like a Kanye type thing. It just sounded like it never got boring, and it had 19 tracks, right? But it literally never got boring. We talk about how 25 track albums, like that's the new wave right now because it helps with streaming and sales, but it just gets so boring. Not once, except for maybe like the Beyonce track. But again, that one was for the ladies, so I get it. Like they have to put that in there for the sales. Beyonce is one of the biggest female artists on the planet. But other than that, like there was no boring times. Like every single beat was completely different. People are calling this on Twitter. I've been checking the feeds. Like this is the new Yeezus. All right. I think album of the year. Now it's only what, July? So a lot can change. I do hear hints of Kanye, especially with like the more gospel type beats. But there was a lot of old school type beats as well, but he modernized them with like new instruments, like more electronic, you know what I'm talking about? Not necessarily like the boom bap, but it had the boom bap cadence. So that was fire, but that could also be technically influenced by Kanye because he likes to do that a lot. And Travis Scott was Kanye's protege. Like he was signed to Good Music at one point. So, or in something similar to that business relationship. So like, why does it matter if he was biting Kanye when like literally that was his fucking mentor? You know? But I just think that, again, if you're calling this trash, you just like little TikTok hits where you want it quick, you want the verse and the hook to be super catchy, but like this, you need a higher attention span to listen to this music, because again, it's like 4 or 5 minutes, sure, but there's so much going on. It's so complex. I'm not even trying to glaze here. So yeah, I give it a 9.5 out of 10. This is one of the best projects I've heard ever, potentially. The features were amazing. Again, I can't speak highly enough of it. 9.5 out of 10. Y'all are telling me you always rate bad albums good and good albums bad, bro. Maybe you know, you just have trash taste in music. I'm sorry to tell you, like, there's a reason Travis Scott is where he is today, because he does know how to produce and executive produce projects to have this like feel to it. I feel like a lost art of albums nowadays is it's like you pick your favorite songs out of the album, and then you're just listening to that. You don't really go back to the project anymore like we used to back in the day when you had to buy physical CDs. Like, you bought a CD for 12 bucks and you're like stuck with that. You better listen to that whole thing or else you just wasted that money. But Travis Scott actually makes it so it's almost like its own playlist, which is exactly what it's supposed to be. And yeah, you might not find any like of your, oh, this is a mega banger, although I think it does have those. It was just great music overall. He had like rave songs in there. He had a lot of songs that'll be remixed by EDM DJs. What else? It's not like trendy music. It was new, fresh sounds. I was kind of concerned at one point before Utopia with all the features. I do feel like, and I agree, that Travis's features on other people's projects were kind of mid, but I think he's back. Like, he was actually spitting some bars on this project. Now, I'm not saying he was a top tier lyricist or anything, but like he went in on certain songs where he was just going super fast, like just constantly. And I was like, God damn, bro, chill out. I'm about to come. I mean, Cream, sorry. We don't want to get demonetized out here. But yeah, man, this project was amazing. But unfortunately, yeah, Sofego wasn't on it. We'll see what happens with that. They're definitely cool. I mean, Sofego promoted it on his story, but maybe it was just such a big project that like he needed to bring in the big guns, right? He had Drake, he had Future, he had Cardi, he had everybody except for Uzi, it seems like, and Don Toliver wasn't on it as well. Funny that Cardi was not on Uzi's project, but then Cardi gave Trav the feature. Interesting. I guess it's a bigger look to be on Travis Scott's album, so I get it. But we don't even know if Cardi was really featured on that project. I heard Homicide Gang or like Homicide Michi or whatever. I can't really tell them apart, like, or I don't know who's who, like which one of them has the lower voice or the higher voice. But yeah, album of the year, bro. It was deep voice Cardi. I don't know, man. We'll see. Like, just go to Genius in a couple days when whoever annotates it, because I'm sure Travis's team will correct them or Cardi's team will. But to me, it sounded like Homicide Gang. Cardi was definitely on like the chorus though, the fiend with the higher voice, but like I don't know why he'd go higher and then lower. You know what I mean? So it does say Homicide Michi is right here. Chorus, fiend. Sheck West, and I don't know, bro. It has question marks. Keep glazing. Sorry, bro. Check credits of song. I already did. It did not have Homicide Gang in the writing credits, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they didn't perform it. Produced by, it just says performed by Travis Scott because it's hidden features. And I already checked the writers' names and it's not Homicide Gang. I don't know. We'll just wait. Peace, Glazer. I don't care, bro. I like the music. I'm gonna support it no matter what. All right, I'll talk to you later. Peace out, people.